Welcome to Iceland, a land of amazing differences and stunning beauty, where fiery volcanoes and ancient glaciers shape a special and captivating country. Iceland, a brand new land in terms of geology, is a place where the Earth's raw power is on full display. Here, the ground beneath your feet is still being shaped, molded and transformed by forces deep within the planet. The entire island sits right on the mid-Atlantic ridge, a massive crack in the Earth's crust that stretches for thousands of kilometers beneath the Atlantic Ocean. This is where two huge tectonic plates are slowly pulling apart, creating a dramatic rift that makes Iceland's fiery heart beat strong and steady. The land here is alive, always shifting and changing. With over 130 volcano systems, eruptions happen every few years, always changing the land. Some eruptions are small, while others can reshape entire regions, reminding everyone of nature's unpredictable power. Volcanic activity creates huge fields of hardened lava, tall mountains that rise from the earth, and rugged landscapes that look almost otherworldly. It's also responsible for Iceland's famous black sand beaches where the sand is made from cooled lava, and for the striking basalt columns that line the shore. The air even has a faint smell of sulfur, a constant reminder of the Earth's heat deep inside. Hot springs and steaming vents dot the landscape, offering warmth in the cold northern climate. Icelanders respect this powerful environment and use it to their advantage, harnessing geothermal energy to heat their homes and power their lives, living in peace with nature's strength. This deep connection between people and the Earth's geology is super important to Iceland's story of being tough and resilient. It shapes their culture, their traditions, and their daily lives. It's a story about how Icelanders have learned to live with nature's incredibly strong forces, adapting and thriving in a land where the Earth never truly rests. Iceland is a shining example of being eco-friendly, running almost completely on clean energy. Heat from the Earth and power from glacier rivers are their main sources, using the Earth's warmth and the flow of water. Geothermal power plants provide electricity and heat, even melting snow on the streets of Reykjavik. This way of living with nature keeps Iceland's air clean and its carbon footprint, which is how much pollution they create, very low. Iceland is a real-life example of a modern society powered by nature's never-ending energy. Iceland's landscape is famous for its almost complete lack of trees, a feature that gives the island a unique ancient atmosphere. When you look out across the vast open spaces, it feels as if you're seeing the world as it was thousands of years ago, untouched and raw. But Iceland wasn't always this way. Long ago, thick forests covered much of the land. When the first settlers arrived, they cut down most of the trees for building homes, making fires, and clearing land for farming. Over time, this led to severe soil erosion, leaving behind the bare, windswept hills and valleys we see today. The loss of trees changed the landscape forever, making it more vulnerable to the harsh elements. Today, Icelanders are working hard to bring back some of their lost forests. Reforestation projects are underway with people planting new saplings and trying to restore the balance. Still, the wide-open views remain, revealing carpets of moss, dramatic rock formations, and distant glaciers that seem to float on the horizon. There's a stark, unforgettable beauty in these empty plains. The rugged terrain and golden light at sunrise show just how tough and resilient Iceland is. The land itself seems determined to heal, and the people are just as committed to making things right again. The open landscape puts nature's incredible shapes and colors on full display. From the vibrant green mosses to the ever-changing sky, every view is a reminder of nature's artistry. Here, the quiet beauty of mosses and volcanic rocks takes center stage, inviting you to slow down and appreciate the simple, wild charm of Iceland's treeless expanse. Iceland has many old stories about elves and huldufólk, which means hidden people, and these stories are deeply connected to the land. People believe rock formations are the homes of these beings, and this even affects how buildings and roads are made. Road projects are sometimes changed to avoid bothering elf stones, mixing modern building with old beliefs. This belief makes people respect and wonder about the environment, adding a magical touch to visiting Iceland. Whether you believe them or not, the stories of the huldufólk make the Icelandic landscape feel even more magical. The Icelandic language hasn't changed much for over 1,000 years, like a living piece of history. People in Iceland today can read ancient Viking stories in their original form. Being isolated helped keep the language the same, While other languages in Scandinavia changed over time, Icelanders create new words for modern things, keeping their language pure. This continuous connection gives them a strong sense of who they are and their past. Icelandic is a national treasure, connecting what's old with what's new. Taking a bath in water heated by the earth is a special tradition in Iceland. The Blue Lagoon with its milky blue water is famous, but there are tons of hot springs all over the country. These pools are places where people gather, relax, and connect, all in the earth's natural warmth. This warm embrace from the earth is a big part of how Icelanders stay healthy and happy, a gift from the earth itself. Iceland is a paradise without mosquitoes, which means you don't have to worry about these annoying bugs. The changing weather stops mosquitoes from growing and living their full lives. Not having them makes Iceland's wild areas feel even purer and more comfortable. It's a small thing, but it helps you feel peaceful and connected to nature. Iceland's environment is a safe place to enjoy its natural beauty without anything bothering you. Iceland is a peaceful place, always ranking as one of the safest countries. A strong support system for everyone and trust within the community create a deep feeling of safety. Travelers feel free to explore Reykjavik and amazing faraway places with confidence. The police don't carry guns, which shows how peaceful the society is, and they focus on helping the community. Iceland's strong foundation of trust and respect lets its true character shine through. Iceland's rhythm of light and darkness is controlled by the midnight sun in summer and the polar nights in winter. In summer the sun hardly sets, making for endless days full of energy and fun. Winter brings long nights, which makes things feel cozy and good for thinking. This amazing dance of sun and shadow is like the heartbeat of Iceland. It affects how fast life goes and how people feel. The way light and darkness play together shapes what it's like to experience Iceland. The Icelandic horse, a truly special and ancient breed, is an iconic part of Iceland's wild and beautiful landscape. With their thick coats and sturdy build, these horses are perfectly adapted to the island's harsh weather and rugged terrain. Their presence is woven into the very fabric of Icelandic life, and they are instantly recognizable for their small size, strong bodies, and friendly personalities. Viking settlers brought these remarkable horses to Iceland over 1,000 years ago, and strict rules have kept the breed pure and healthy ever since. No other horses are allowed to enter the country, which means Icelandic horses have remained unchanged for centuries, free from outside diseases and influences. What truly sets them apart are their unique gaits, especially the famous tolt and the fast skid, or flying pace. These special ways of moving make riding an Icelandic horse incredibly smooth and comfortable, even across rough ground, and are a source of pride for Icelanders. Deeply connected to Icelandic culture, these horses have been essential for travel, farming, and even carrying mail across the country's challenging landscape. Beyond their practical uses, they are beloved companions and symbols of friendship, loyalty, and resilience. Today, people from all over the world come to Iceland to ride these horses for fun and adventure, experiencing a living link to the island's Viking heritage and the spirit of its people. Watching a herd of Icelandic horses running free across the open plains is a breathtaking sight, a true symbol of the wild, untamed spirit of Iceland itself. Reykjavik, the capital city furthest north in the world, is lively and full of creative energy. It's a mix of old and new, with charming old houses and amazing modern buildings. The city is a center for culture, art, and nightlife, with a very well-known music scene. Nature is always close by, with whale-watching tours and geothermal beaches nearby. Reykjavik is the heart of Icelandic culture, a place where people celebrate and create. The Aurora Borealis, also known as the Northern Lights, is a magical show in Iceland. Electrically charged tiny bits from the sun create this sky dance of light. It's best seen in winter, and you need a strong solar wind and clear skies. Being patient is important, as the lights can appear suddenly, changing colors and how bright they are. Seeing it makes you feel small in a good way, connecting you to the huge forces of the universe. The Northern Lights turn dark winter nights into amazing displays. It's a moment that fills you with pure wonder and amazement. In Iceland, naming a child is managed by the Mannanafnanefnd, which is the naming committee. New names have to fit Icelandic language and culture, making sure they can be used correctly in sentences. The committee's decisions sometimes cause arguments about old traditions versus personal freedom. Iceland has a special system where last names come from the first names of parents. This naming rule keeps a direct link to Iceland's language history. It's a strong way to keep their culture alive. The system is a bit quirky but really important for keeping Icelandic traditions going. Iceland's countryside is mostly covered by sheep, and there are more sheep than people. These tough animals are a big part of the landscape, how the country makes money, and its culture. Their wool has 2 layers, which keeps them warm, and it's super important for them to survive. The yearly Reindeer Sheep Roundup is a cultural event, bringing communities closer together. Sheep are a symbol of what it means to be Icelandic, connecting people to the land. Iceland's national dish is the simple hot dog, or pilsa, which is a very important food. Made from Icelandic lamb, it has a special rich taste. Served with all sorts of toppings, it's a favorite snack enjoyed by everyone. Beijarans Bestu Pilsur in Reykjavik is a famous place to get this iconic treat. The pilsa is a simple yet extraordinary taste of Iceland. Our trip through Iceland's amazing things, from its volcanic lands to its cultural treasures, is now ending. Iceland makes you think differently and leaves a lasting mark on your heart. Thank you for joining this exploration. I hope it inspires you to have more adventures in the future.